Have I ever stolen a street sign? Yeah, I actually have stolen a few when I was a little hood rat kid. Me and my friends used to go out at night and do some not so nice things to our neighbourhood. I wouldn't suggest doing it now, although I couldn't blame you if you did, because I wasn't that good a kid. So just don't get caught. Am I a folder or a scruncher? I like to think of myself as a organised scruncher. I think about how I scrunch my toilet paper, and that's all I'm going to say on that topic. So yeah, why do we let Anton, Brad and Dave in on the band? I suppose like we've been through a lot of members. I mean, Anthony's been in the band for 2 years already, and he's worked just as hard as we have. We're all songwriters, we all contribute evenly now. Music's meant to be shared, so why not share it with your friends? Favourite foreign country I visited? I've been fortunate enough to visit quite a few, as I'm part of a family that loves to travel, and also since we joined this band, me and Matt have done quite a bit of travelling ourselves. I have two favourite countries for different reasons. I think like London, England, is one of my favourite cities in the world, and I would love to live there. It's just a beautiful place. Everywhere you go is a different piece of history, and it's just interesting. Every street is interesting. Every street's got a story. But I also love going to the States because we've just had so many good friends there. I mean, I was born there. I don't know many of you would know that. Which is just, yeah, it's just kind of interesting to go back to, I suppose, where my family lived when I was born. And just there's such great people there. We always have such a good time there, and I'm looking forward to going back as well. If I could revisit any city on the parachute tour again, what would it be? Well, the whole parachute tour is really good. This one's actually a really hard question, but I'm gonna have to say Brisbane, purely because I mean the show was great, but we also don't get to go there as often as we'd like to. So it was, I'd like to go back there again. Plus, it was the last show tour, and the last show tour was such a great way to wrap up the tour, and we had such a fun night that night, and it's just an all-round good time. If someone gave me a book about my life, would I read it to the end? Well, I struggle reading any book to the end, but if it was about my life, I think I would read the first and last page, depending on if it was a book for the rest of my life. So if I read the book, would I find out what happens with the rest of my life, because I don't want to know that. But if they made a feature film on my life, I would definitely watch it, just because it'd be real interesting, and it'd be fun to watch back and see who played me. What's my favourite thing about touring? Well, besides the fact that I get to play music with my friends in front of people that want to actually hear it, I suppose just being able to travel, experiencing new things, and just not working 9 to 5, doing something a little different that not all my friends back home get to do, and get to come home with new stories. Who has been my favourite band to support? Well, it's a pretty easy one. There's been quite a few good ones, but I think the obvious standout would be The Main, when we went to Singapore to support them. One of my favourite bands, supporting them in a different country for the first time. You can't really beat that. The people were so lovely. They were lovely. It was just an all-round good time. When are we going to be making our way up to North Queensland? We've wanted to do this for quite some time now. We've had a lot of people asking us to come up there, although it's not as easy as you think. We've definitely been trying, and we'd love to get up there. The more people that ask for it, the more likely we're going to be able to get up there. So, what are my thoughts on cannibalism? I am for it! If you want to eat your best friend, do it! No, but seriously, that's kind of messed up. I'm sure there's some tribes that do it, and they're not in Australia though. I don't know if that's unfortunate. If you're into that, cool, whatever. I'm not one to hold back someone's opinion or ideas, but I just don't think eating your best friend's a good idea. Have I ever eaten dog food? The answer is no, it's dog food. I eat human food. I don't eat cat food, I don't eat fish food, I eat human food. Although I don't eat eggs, mushrooms, or other substances like that. So, just so you know. What is my favourite song to play live? It'd have to be a song called Every Time. Every time we play that song, it's just really good. It's a good jam, it's just, the energy is always good. We're always looking at each other, having a good time. And we usually tend to extend the end of that song just because we love playing it so much. What artist would I like to collaborate with? I'm going to have to say Ryan Adams. I just think that the way he writes is really interesting, and I feel like I could learn a lot from him as an artist and a musician and as a person as well. I think he's got a lot of good point of views. So yeah, that's it. Alright, thanks for your questions. I've enjoyed answering them. Next week Dave's going to be answering questions, so get in contact with him on Twitter. Use the hashtag AskDave and ask him whatever you like. Make it a little personal. He's quite an interesting character.